Jimmy, it certainly is. And the wrestling community is brought together united with the United States, Russia, and Iran all here for this special day to bring awareness to the plight of wrestling at this point, and a great international showcase here. The U.S. and Russia coming up later on tonight. It's the U.S. and Iran here. Third match in this duel with the U.S. in a 2-0 hole. It's Kellen Russell, who came out of nowhere essentially to win the U.S. Open title last month in Las Vegas, taking on Mehdi Taqavi, a two-time world champion in 2009 and 2011. Russell was a two-time NCAA champ in Michigan, but unseeded at the U.S. Open last month. He won 7 matches in 2 days to grab the title and opened a lot of odds.
And that's pretty phenomenal. You look at contrast between a two-time world champion, two-time NCAA champion, and a person being unranked like Kellen. Good exposure, should be 3-1 or at least 2-1, and then the 1 point for the takedown. Just a great technical exposure there from Mehdi to be able to get the 2-point takedown, the exposure, and then the ability for Kellen to come back around, not be intimidated. And that's something that these world and Olympic champions, sometimes they expect to be awarded points and not have to earn the points. And right now, Kellen looks like he's going to give it right back as he receives it.
A good response by Russell, despite giving up the points, able to come back, get a point, and knife the lead for Taqavi in half. 50 seconds left to go here in the first period.
And that's where Taqavi, he likes to go to underhooks. He likes to change it up. He likes to go upper body, lower body, switch it off. And that's where Kellen's got to switch it up. He's got a front headlock position. You can't stay on your hands and knees. It's hard to score. He's getting behind. Taqavi with the 1-point takedown. Another good explosive takedown for the points, and now being ahead 3-1. That's a big lead, but Kellen's just got to kind of chip away. A champion, you can't take him down one big move. You've got to slowly pick him apart.
The Iranian picking up the point after he demonstrated control on the move. 3-1 lead here. 10 seconds left to go in the period. And Russell may be working from behind here after dropping the first to Mehdi Taqavi of Iran. Taqavi, two-time world champ, kind of flamed out at the Olympics last summer. He finished 14th. Part of that may be due to the fact that these international competitions use a blind draw, so it's possible that you could be a world champ and face number 2 in the world in the opening round of an event.
You could have the top 4 guys in your first 3 matches, and so being able to have a somewhat easier round, you can get to the finals, but as long as you don't get beat up early. And I've had events like that where I've actually gone out there and had to wrestle the best right off the bat. My technique was to get somebody tired, and it's all about what you're good at. And he probably made a mistake in that tournament. I guarantee you, taking 14th is a big letdown for him. But this is a chance to come back and reestablish himself here in New York City, one of the biggest spectacles in the world, and having the chance to be an ambassador for the sport of wrestling. You can see the history, the last match, give each other a hug and a kiss to say thank you for allowing us to come and show our sport.
Russell again under pressure. Speaking of New York City, he wrestled at Blair Academy powerhouse program in New Jersey, originally from High Bridge in the Garden State, not too far away here in the Big Apple, and giving up another takedown to Taqavi.
And you see that look on Kellen's face. He kind of, he shot, he couldn't get the shot. He actually blocked his hands, he couldn't get the shot, so he shot, and what happened? He pulls right out, and guess who comes right back in on it to be able to score those points? And that's just, the effectiveness of a world champion, Olympic champ. Those guys have the ability to execute. They don't get frustrated if they don't score on the first attempt. They continue to score, they continue to push until they do score, and they ultimately win more matches because they don't have it didn't work, I didn't make it happen this first attempt. It's just consistent pressure, and Kellen's doing everything he can, but he's down now. He's down another point. It's all about just consistent and pressure this ability to consistently put pressure on somebody. As you can see, Kellen, it's not he's making mistakes. He's just not able to recover quick enough, like the beautiful world champion 2 times over. And right now, Mehdi has the opportunity to finish this out in the second period.
It looks like he may be able to close the door. Russell trying to save himself here, but a power position for Taqvy. Kick down, not able to finish it off. Russell scramble here looking for points. 10 seconds left, and the 2-time world champ got right into a settled situation defensively.
And that's just pure athleticism. The Iranian didn't have to continue to wrestle. He could have just kind of hung out. He could have gave up the point. But they're that proud of the sport. They're all that proud of where they're from and what they do. And being a world champion, you can see it here today.
And Mehdi Taqvy, 2-time world champion, showcasing his skills here in New York City and Iran, which won the World Cup dual meet championship in February at home in Tehran, flexing its muscles again so far against the United States. Kellen Russell giving up the points here to Taqvy, and Iran leads 3-0.